Hello, good morning. Happy Monday. So today we're prepping to meet with your parents. We're kind of just moving forward with second trimester plans. So work. There is work in classroom for you to do. I want to give you a brief video to say hello, welcome, but kind of just walk you through, I should say, I guess, the work order for the week. Today would have been the only meet day if we were gonna meet virtually, but since that's not happening, I just want to tell you what I'll expect by next Monday. So today there's a form in classroom. It's under Monday's post. That's what it's called. So if you just pull up Monday's post and fill out the art checklist, and in doing so, going through that checklist, it'll remind you what you still need to do, I would think. But once you get through the 3 tasks in the checklist, if there's anything yet you still have to do it. The task for the week is create a value scale drawing, which I'll show you a couple in a sec for sure. You pull up the checklist and it's just gonna ask you if you've submitted imagery that you care about, or the artist personal slide. You've populated the thing, you've submitted or you've turned it in. That's the first task. Second task is drawing, but I'm going to skip over that for a second. Artist narrative, the define art, because that was a newer post. Make sure you have a definition for art in your artist narrative slides. So there's only like 4 posts in there. They just all need to get addressed. So as you go about writing your definition, think about like a graphic or a color that could go behind the definition and put that in. And I'm saying that before the drawing because the drawing is either going to be personal and you have to email that to me. So take a picture with your webcam, take a picture with a smartphone, and send it, email it off. So you need help with that. Image submission help is the side to do it, you know, and it's help for using your webcam. It's help for going from smartphone to computer, you know, those things. So yeah, that's really about it. Get through the checklist, fill out the checklist. It's for Monday's post, and then this week, value scale drawing. That's the newer thing, which I'll make sure you watch this till then. They have a little bit of a surprise for you at the end. I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll find it to be funny. But just going through, you know, hand turkey, the worst art project ever. You know, I don't think it's a great art project because it's following steps. You trace your hand, you turn it into a turkey, so on and so forth. But if you can't think of anything to draw, you know, it is a little more interesting than a rectangle, you know, and this is typically how a value scale is presented, where you have like this darker side and you're coming off of,
please go to Mr. Storch's room. Comment to Mr. Storch's room. Thank you.
You're coming off of pressure until the shading's gone. You know, and that's a value scale, you know, and a big range in shading would have 5 distinct values to it. So I'll get into it for the turkey, and I'll show you my video. So I have an instructional video also attached to the art checklist form, and that could help you for sure. But if I was trying to take this finger and make it look round, I'd put my darker shading towards the outside of the finger And as the eye moves into the center, I'd come off of pressure until it pretty much stops. And then I'd start making shading a little bit darker again on the opposite side. So it's like the value scale I was drawing, just sped up a little bit for sure because it's a smaller space. And it gets back into the darker value again on the opposite side. You know, I continue that throughout the whole finger. The entire finger is going to start looking round. I could erase, I could come back for like the joints and the joint marks. If you want to smooth out shading, you could take like a Kleenex paper towel. You could kind of take anything to just help you smooth out the shading. I don't know that that made it look better. So I think I'll erase in the middle. Actually didn't like what that did on this. So now I'd have to go back in with shading and fix it, or just erase the whole thing and redo it, and probably not smooth it out the second time. Anyways, since this is not really supposed to be a finger anymore, you know, and all you have to do is create a value scale, present it in ways that are more interesting than a rectangle, and have 5 values. You do all those things, you'd be done. You know, I'd probably keep going with those U's over and over again to make it look like plumage and the feathers of a turkey. So this was the same thing, right? A value scale that I began turning into an ocean scene for sure. So I worked considerably. I worked a considerable amount of other things into this for sure. But I have one, and is sent by a young man named Malak. I do have one already sent to me, Monday's task, a value scale drawing. And I will say it's not mine. It doesn't look exactly like the ocean beach scene, which in and of itself, if it did, I'd probably have a problem with that for sure. Anyway, Relax looks different. It looks a little bit more creative, which I will give him credit to and credit for. I have another young man, Nabil, who is doing, you know, instead of shading with the pencil, he's doing this hatching and cross hatching sort of thing with the pen, which also makes it look pretty interesting. But yeah, I want you to try and do this with pencil for the next thing. These are pretty simple drawings that use pretty interesting shading. It's a drawing by Jacob Nieves. It's a mylar balloon. This is a drawing by Kalina Uskakov. It kind of pretty good shading established. It's my feathers, scales, but just execute it better. You know, Kalina put more time into this than I did. Yeah, it's King Tut. It's a combination of King Tut's ceremonial death mask and a hawk kind of executed and drawn in a cubistic style. So this is, you know, this area has a fairly abstract feel to it for sure, but it has a big range. You know, there's areas where she's pushing down as hard as she can to create the darkest values she can, and then she has lighter areas too. So while I was talking, I was trying to fix my hair a bit. I'm a little nervous to meet your parents, so bear with me. I'll bring it back to me and say bye. Anyways, don't get stuffed over the weekend. Don't eat over the week. Don't eat too much turkey. You know, don't take yourself too seriously, your families too seriously. You know, you can always have another get together. You can always see each other again. Just take care of yourselves. Don't do anything super silly. Be safe and enjoy your Thanksgiving. You know, enjoy your time off. You know, and take care of each other. Try to work on a value scale drawing. If you like Malak, if you finish the drawing, you can email it to me. That's really about it. Yeah, I just wanted to say happy birthday. It's not my birthday. Bird, turkey, get it? Gobble, gobble, gobble. Take care, guys. If you finish a value drawing, send that to me as well. Bye, take care, see ya. We'll see you soon.